my dear Sitecore family. Welcome back to yet another podcast of season 2 of Sitecore Tech Talks. And today we have not one but two Sitecore experts with us, Meenakshi and Devanshi. This is a special podcast because we have been here together for quite a long time at Horizontal, and they have recently completed 7 years at Horizontal. So congratulations both of you.
Thank you.
For completing 7 years. It's a long time. It's definitely a long time. So this podcast is more about hearing them out, hearing their learnings, what kind of experiences they've had with Sitecore, and how things have gone forward. We know the early days of Sitecore as well, and now we have composable and headless and this and that. So we'll just hear them out and see how it goes. Hopefully, you also might be inspired to spend more time on Sitecore technologies, and just let's see how it goes. So firstly, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here, Meenakshi.
Thank you so much.
And Devanshi.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Meenakshi. 7 years, right? So how's it been?
Yeah, 7 years. It's been very long period, but for us it's like yesterday only we were for me and Devanshi both, we on the first company when we joined, it was we joined as an intern on the first company, and there we started our career as a .NET developer, and from .NET developer to then we switched to Horizontal, and in Horizontal itself we learned what is Sitecore and how it goes. I clearly remember my first day at Horizontal, and then starting with the Sitecore, and then from Sitecore starting from there, as in you were the mentor, you taught us what is Sitecore and how to create templates, and now you were our mentor as an MVP, and now we are Sitecore MVP. So the journey is quite awesome. You can say we have learned a lot, and it was very changing, because initially it was for us a bit difficult from because it's kind of mindset where there we used to create static sites and then components, how to think in terms of component, how the data will change or content author will, because there is two perspective, there would be content authors, there would be site users, and there will be Sitecore developers. So for us it was quite changing thing, and now we cannot think in a .NET developer way. Now we are Sitecore developers.
I think it's definitely a level up.
If I exactly.
What about you, Devanshi?
Yeah, 7 years. It's quite a big number. I still remember when I gave the interview at Horizontal. The first question was do you know the CMS? I was new to CMS, even terminology, and now I don't want to lose CMS. Yeah, and I even thank my company. Without any knowledge of Sitecore, they hired me based on our .NET skills. So thankful for the Horizontal and the interviewers, whoever is taken my interview. Yeah, and then we have got training for the Sitecore, each and everything. I know it was a struggling day because it was not easy to understand how the website is. We consider website in the terms of components, that visibility we have started developing, and those days was difficult, but now we see it looks very easy. Now at least we are able to train someone, so that is the path we have come across till the time in this 7 years long way. And obviously along with Horizontal, Sitecore is keep engaging with us, right? They are introducing new products each year, and they are releasing their updates every time. So by moving from, I joined at that time the Sitecore version as 9 point something, and now it is 10.4 update 1. And along with the headless technology, the fully SaaS, XM Cloud and whatnot. This technology and all the SaaS products are really engaging.
So I think that's a good comparison that you both kind of put forward, wherein
Yeah,
you
I remember there was like one joke when we started our journey. So our I guess KP or BP, the first MVP of Sitecore or India,
Yeah, KP, yep.
he mentioned like you both have joined. You don't know what is CMS. What if this Sitecore is working for Java? You have to learn Java.
Yeah, yeah.
He used to tease us sometimes.
Yeah, but I think it went the right direction.
Yes, yes, of
So
course.
I think the full circle was passed probably a couple of years back, the way I see it. That initially, yes, I remember we did mentorship for Sitecore training as well. But then you got trained on Sitecore 7 years back, and then you trained interns
Yes.
Yeah.
on Sitecore for the last couple of years. So full circle, you've already come through a full circle over there, and it is really awesome to see that growth eventually.
And while training, like it is for us when we gave training for the Sitecore, and if some like interns, it's like for them it is a starting path, so they can easily adapt. But if some .NET developers are there,
Yeah.
so the comparison, we know how we face difficulties and how to like make them sense that how the Sitecore or CMS will
Correct,
work. It becomes easy for us to make them understand like how
Because
it is
you
going to
know
work.
how it was
Yes.
technically for you.
Yeah, we knew something that kind of get that we got during our training, because there's a training for Sitecore, but we know the .NET world around it, right? So
Yeah.
we always try to compare Sitecore CMS with the .NET. Of
Correct,
course, it
correct.
is built on the layer of .NET itself, but still.
Mapping
now-
it from a terminologist perspective,
Yes,
it,
yes,
it
yes.
matters, I understand.
Yeah. The fields are known as the object field. The template is itself a class, so something like that.
Yeah.
Items are object of classes, and so these are then relatable.
Yes, and easy to understand,
Yes,
and
yes.
you will always remember, because those basics of .NET, if you have been only on the .NET world for
Yes, yes.
Yep.
a given point of time, I think mapping it this way, it always becomes easier. So yeah, I agree. Let's jump into a little different thing. Let's individually talk of, like, during these years, how Sitecore has evolved and the projects that you have worked on have evolved differently. So let's start that question with you, Devanshi. Like, when you started off, what was the technology of Sitecore? Like version 9, you mentioned 9.1, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and we worked on the same project, the first project that you had on Sitecore. So let's just talk about that. Where you actually started on Sitecore, like 7 years back.
Yeah, so I think post training I was assigned to a project. In that project, I think you were tech lead, and in that project I was given first to analyze the website, how the Sitecore websites are built, and afterwards I was assigned for a little small components of it. At that time, the tradition was use Sitecore XP along with the MVC architecture.
Yeah.
We used to follow JavaScript. Then I think 1 or 2 years later, I was assigned to a headless project. At that time, JSS was introduced.
Was it headless or was it SXA?
Yeah, SXA was there, but I think
Or it
yeah,
was
it
directly
is
headless?
combined. Yeah, it
Okay.
was combined.
Okay,
So
okay.
SXA plus JSS. So in that we used to use Sitecore CMS as a backend, and we write component in React, and in that way the headless architecture has started. And now since there we have come across to Sitecore XM Cloud,
Yeah.
where rapid development can happen using Next.js development and the Sitecore XM as a API database.
Yeah. And I think one part which I would also like to highlight, which I know, again, based on your experience and based on the blogs that you had written last year around the upgrades, how you have helped a number of clients here at Horizontal to upgrade from the 9.x to 10.x kind of versions. I think one of them was 8.x to 10.x as well.
Yeah, So it was the same project which we have worked together.
Yeah.
So we moved it from 8 point to 9 point something, and then we moved it the higher version.
Yeah,
So
higher
that was
version
a
later.
like initial journey. Like I think within 1.5 years in my when I started horizontal, I was assigned in the upgrade. So it was quite a different way.
Yeah.
Instead of working on the
Usual only-
website development, it is something different which cannot see by the user steadily, but it is a background job.
Yeah, yeah, but still a lot important. Like in
Yes.
the terms of XP, if you don't upgrade, it doesn't make any sense, right? You like to get the latest features and to make sure that your main support for the product is ongoing. You should keep upgrading. Yeah. So,
Yeah, and in the upgrade as well, it was not just my alone effort. I think the team members from the horizontal and the big Sitecore community, I see a documentation from the blog itself or from the
Yeah.
Sitecore documentation, they have different approaches. And if we are reaching out to any support team for the Sitecore, so they are always helping.
yeah, yeah,
So that is quite helpful whenever you are stuck in between.
yeah, nice. Meenakshi, what about you? Like, did you also start on MVC projects?
Yeah, because we both
That
started
was
on the
it. I
same
think
one,
that was
yeah.
exactly the starting point. Yeah.
Yeah, so and that when I worked on the project, it had XM, sorry, EXM enabled, where we used
Oh,
to have
EXM was one such
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's what like in same platform you used to have everything. We used to create contacts, we used to save those contacts through form and then use that data for the marketing purposes. like
Crazy,
that.
right?
We
Yeah.
used to had this now also, like some of the clients have on the commerce platform.
Yes.
Now from all those technologies, we have like moved to like some concept it is same, but we have switched to different technology. We used to have EXM, then now we have switched to Send, where we will have everything related to the email campaigns,
Yeah.
or like that way. And it is with the composable suite, because now you can choose like whether you wanted to have this thing in your bucket or not. But earlier it used to be like we have everything available, whether we are using it or not, and the client have to pay. Now it says like whatever you wanted to use, just pay for that only. So
Yeah.
now I'm switched to Send, then XM Cloud. Earlier we used to have Solar queries, now we have Search, Sitecore Search. So everything now we have different cloud platforms.
So it's now
Search.
just evolved. Like
Yes.
technically speaking, technologically you have evolved,
Yeah.
and experiences have evolved eventually.
Yeah.
I remember last year you were on one of the most complex projects
Yes.
that you have ever worked with. Would you like to share a little bit of details around the experiences
Yeah,
of that
so the
project?
same project we have used like almost all the projects, all the available, most of the you can say, like we have used XM Cloud, of course, we have used Order Cloud, we have used Sitecore Search, we have
All Sitecore products.
Connector.
You had Sitecore Connect
yes,
as well,
we had
yeah?
Content Hub as well to integrate like that
And
way.
Discover too,
Yeah, Discover too.
because it was Order Cloud, so Discover was of
Yes,
course.
so we search, or while the singing process, everything
Yeah.
was in the it was basically e-commerce project. So we had so much Sitecore product available for the project, and we mostly everyone have hands-on or working on it. And now it's not like you need a big background to learn those
Yeah.
new things. You can just like for few trainings you go through the Sitecore learnings portals, and you'll be able to start with those products.
So I think over the course of time, in the last 7 years, if I talk from when you have started the journey on Sitecore, I think some other thing in parallel which has also evolved is Sitecore documentation, I would say.
Yeah.
So I remember my days around 15 years back when I started on Sitecore. There were hardly, like there was an Sitecore developer network, sdn.sitecore.net. There used to be documentation basics for getting started, but I remember how it was. It was not detailed, and if a developer has to get started, then it was crazy. And based on those learnings only, we had those training plans set up to get either .NET developers onto Sitecore, or interns were getting started onto Sitecore as a detailed plan. But I believe in last 7 years, I think you have also seen a lot of evolution on the documentation
Yes.
perspective.
Yep.
right? In all these products, I think there was one addition which you forgot to mention. It was a middleware as well which you built.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that particular thing. From a conclusion for this particular podcast, what is your recommendation to someone who is maybe just getting started on Sitecore Technologies and is looking forward to engaging more with the community and learning Sitecore? Like, what would you say, Devanshi?
Yeah, so first of all, don't afraid. I know when you get into it, I think you will learn. Just keep going with the flow and keep up to date with the technology. It is not just in the sidecore, but overall you just keep a track of it. In the as we are moving towards the full stack architecture, full stack development. So
Yeah.
it is a nice growth in the sidecore as well, because the world is moving towards the full stack architecture. So keep going.
So you don't need to be a back-end expert
Yeah,
to come
yeah.
on Sitecore. You could be a front-end developer and still get onto Sitecore, right?
Yeah, that is the correct way. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you feel, Meenakshi?
I guess there is a whole lot of community members that are there to help you out. You can start your journey with Sitecore. You can have basic e-learnings from the Sitecore side. Whenever you are stuck in the project, we have Sitecore portal where you can create the tickets and get response from the Sitecore side. And then if you still have some questions, there is Sitecore Exchange community where you can put forward your questions, and there would be members that know the answer, they can answer, and you can have your answers for the questions. And then if you have some questions, again you have documentation for every for XM Cloud, for Order Cloud. There are all whatever APIs are available, it is all listed how you can hit the APIs, what are the parameters needed, everything would be available in the document itself.
Right. So basically what I hear from you is three things. Number one is, of course, there is a strong community which might help you get started. So don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah.
Second is, again, lot of content is already available from usual learning perspective, which can be used, repurposed. And third is Sitecore themselves are super detailed in the documentations and stuff, which can technically be used to get started on technology.
Yes, as you see now, we have AI in trend. Sitecore has already introduced AI. So now, if you want to do something with AI, you have Sitecore product. You can just play and plug with it.
Yeah, absolutely, completely
we have
agree.
Yeah, so
Sitecore
there's
stream.
no technology bar in this one, so you can always do customization as well.
Cool. Well, thank you both for your time. That was Devanshi and Meenakshi for you. Hope it was inspiring enough for you if you are just getting started onto it, or if you want to get started on Sitecore. Well, hope it inspires you to get started. Thank you for watching this episode, and we'll be back soon with yet another episode. Till then, cheers.